we can get started. Let's start in child's pose just to allow ourselves to focus inward. It's a good way to kind of block out all distractions. So take your knees either together or separated. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, guide your hips back, reach your hands, and relax your head wherever it feels best. Take a nice deep breath. Really allow it to come in and to go out. For this first 2 breaths, I simply want you to watch it. No need to change the length or the depth. And now on this next breath, see if you can breathe in a little more slowly. So I want you to fill your belly, but draw it in slowly. Feel how your back stretches and widens. And then try that with the exhale. How slowly can you breathe out and really empty your lungs? We'll do that 2 more times. Simply allowing our body to start stretching. And the exhale to comfort and to calm. So one more just like that, slowing down our nervous system. And now becoming present, I want you to feel into the hands and just feel how you're grounded. You're touching the earth and allow yourself to feel that support and connection. And then slowly scan through your body. Start at the hands, scan through the wrist, the forearms, the elbows, and inch by inch, just notice how your body is feeling. What are you carrying in this moment? The more aware you can be, the more you're able to comfort, to calm, and to support your body into health. And then once you scan the whole way through, just take a nice deep breath, focus on the exhale, allow yourself to rest, grateful for what you're going to do to care for your body and your spirit. And then slide your hands back to your heels, let your elbows wing out, and take a couple deep breaths, where you just let your shoulders now unwind in a new position. And maybe just one more deep breath, caring and allowing your body to be as you are. And then gently we'll come up to all fours. So take your time, come on up. And you can reposition your wrists right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. And when you feel solid, a few cat cows. Inhale, lift your chin, lift the top of the head, and then exhale and round under. So allow this to feel good. Now that you've scanned your body, you might know what needs a little extra attention. So use this to flow through your body in a way that feels great for you. And then on this next one, come to center, and we'll start to work on our physical alignment. So just think about your hands and see if you can push down each finger with an even pressure. And then notice the head and the tail. Just think about it right now. And then see if you can lengthen head and tail away. So what I want you to feel like is you button to take pair of jeans, you just pull up the low belly to support your spine. And then take your shoulder blades and let them kiss together in the back. And you might feel like your heart dipped down. So at the same time, take your upper abs and hug them against your ribs. And then just take one deep breath. I want you to feel how you are strong and you are supported, head to tail. And then working on our balance, take your opposite arm and legs. You can pick which side. Reach it, pause, and then notice the spine. The same thing you just did, head to tail. Can you lengthen it? Feeling the low belly. And then shoulders, can you take them together behind you? And abs, can you hug your ribs? Feel that support, that kindness. And then one more deep breath of strength and balance. As you exhale, sweep to the side. So leg goes to the side, arm to the side. So we're making like a plus sign in this. And then inhale out, straight. And then exhale, come on down. One cat-cow to let your back relax. And then find yourself in a steady space. And then your opposite side. So reach out your other arm and leg, and then pause. How supported can you become head to tail? You know what to do now, lengthening, hugging, sweeping. And take one more deep breath, linking energy, fingers to heels. And then exhale, sweep to the side. And then inhale back to center. And exhale down. And one cat-cow, so let your back just feel like you get to relax and move out. And then we'll do that with our breath a couple times. So inhale, reach one side up. Exhale, sweep to the side. So follow your breath. Let your body pick how fast or slow. Inhale, and then exhale. Other side, breathe in to lift. Exhale to sweep, feel the strength in your side body. Inhale, reach. Exhale down, one more set. So breathe. Notice your body. What could you do to make this feel better? Do you want it to be gentler or stronger? Adjust to allow yourself to feel good. And then last time, and we'll come to our first downward dog. So you can tuck your toes, lift your hips, push your hands, and shift back. So take your time, no rush. And this first moment here, allow your body to play. So you can bend a knee, extend the opposite heel, and then maybe shift side to side. You can even turn your heart side to side. And just breathe. And take another breath and just notice how you're feeling. Adjust and nourish. And then come to a steady space. Take a nice deep breath. Just allow yourself to be. And then think about your hands. And can you push each finger down with even pressure? Feel yourself spread through the palms. With that pressure, can you inhale, lift your hips a little bit higher, opening your heart, roll the shoulders back. And now soften your knees a bit. I want you to feel like your tailbone comes out of the body and has a little more freedom. And then take a deep breath and just notice how you are here. How you're feeling. Maybe you can already tell what you need this morning. And then with kindness, inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knees and you can walk or hop forward and allow yourself to fold. And just shake it out. You can roll your shoulders, move your hips, allow the neck to wiggle. What would feel great? So it's all about learning to listen to your body, adjust, and find strength. And then let your knees bend a lot so your eyes can lift to get your blood flow going. And then inhale, rise up, press the feet down to lift. And exhale, hands come to the heart. So great job. You can just roll it out a bit. We're going to find our first mountain pose. So take a moment, make sure you have enough room to step backwards. And then lengthen out your toes, lengthen out your heels. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel into the feet. So similar to your child's pose, just feel the ground, you are supported. Allow that to steady you. And then soften your knees. Lengthen head to tail. So you've been practicing this. So find your posture. Feels like your abs just lift through the sides. And then roll the shoulders back to open the heart. And gently tilt the ribs down from the front. And then where would help you in this moment of your life with your hands? Maybe palms open to receive whatever your body is about to ask. Or maybe hands to belly and heart to add a little extra compassion and comfort. Or maybe prayer to focus in. And now take a deep breath. I simply want you to drop the question in of what do you need? And the answer doesn't have to rise up, but allow yourself to just be present to your body and your spirit. And then if you did notice what it is that you need, take another breath and invite it in. If you already had it, what would it feel like to hold it in your muscles? Stand with whatever that is. And then as you exhale, let go of something that isn't serving you. And we'll take one more deep breath like that. Inhale, breathe in your new word, your new intention. Exhale, let go of whatever it is. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and we'll move. Inhale, reach up. And make it feel good. How do you want to stretch? Exhale, dive, bend the knees, open your heart. Hands to shins or under the toes and lengthen back flat, gorilla. Exhale, let yourself go. Bend your knees, step your right leg back for this first low lunge, and then we'll pause. So you can always drop the back knee. So for the front heel, move it forward until it's in front of your knee or right below. So that is the goal for knee health. And now take a moment and feel your alignment. Your knees, line them up with the middle of your toes. And then notice how you feel. Maybe it's soft, maybe it's strong. Or we're going to add a little energy. So lengthen head to back heel. I want you to feel like your kneecap lifted, your thigh engaged, and take a deep breath. Strong and structured. Really awesome. Now left arm, we're going to add a twist. Inhale, reach it up. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back, open your heart. Feel that proud length from wrist to wrist. And then your knees. If they rocked in, can you rock them out, line them up with your toes. And take one more expansive breath. And then exhale, your hand comes back down. Bend your knees, step back to downward dog or child's pose, or anywhere in between. And take a deep breath. Strong hands, soft knees, open heart, and strong upper back. Take one cleansing breath. So when you hear cleansing, how would that feel? And now if you want, we'll float a plank. So with the strength of your hands, inhale forward. And you could be kneeling or lifted, let your body pick. And then pause here. Can you lengthen head to tail? Can you take the shoulder blades together and hug the ribs? And take one celebratory breath of your body and what it's doing right now. Yes. And then exhale, slowly lower the whole way down. Point the toes back, roll the shoulders back, and inhale, lift your heart to baby cobra. And just pause in your strength. Feel your back, how it's holding you. Can you tuck your chin a little bit, lengthen the back of the neck? And then take one more expansive breath, just grateful for this body and how it's strengthening. And then exhale, hands come back down, tuck the toes, and push and pull back to your downward dog or child's pose. Whatever your body wants. And take a nice deep breath. How much can you soften and elongate your neck, just letting your head relax? Now if you want this morning, we're going to lift our right leg before the lunge. So soft knees, inhale, lift the right leg up. And this first time, just strengthen your hands and try to tilt your hips towards the mat so they're nice and long. And then one more deep breath, feeling your strength. And exhale, your knee comes into your heart and we'll find our low lunge. So take your time, you can use your hand to help. And then guide your heel to that goal where it's in front of your knee or right below. That'll support your joint. Yes. And then first, we ground. Feel your toes, feel how they're gripping the mat. And then we align, so knees in line with toes. And then notice your body before you change it. I just want you to be aware, tapping into that relationship. And now lengthen head to back heel. Can you feel the energy you just made in your back body? And then the twist, right arm. Inhale, reach it up if you like. Yes. And then notice the knees. If they kind of rock towards each other as you twisted, line them back up with toes. Roll the shoulders back and lengthen wrist to wrist. Take one more breath, just feeling the power in your body and your pose. And then exhale, take your hand down, bend your knees, step forward, and let yourself relax. You can shake it out. What would feel good? Go ahead and do that. And then bend one knee and softly straighten the other one. So when I say softly, it's kind of a teeny tiny micro bend, but you'll notice you stretch the IT band as well. And then exhale and switch. Soft knees, but one is straighter. And then just do that one more time, side to side. Breathe in a way that supports your practice, allowing the outside of the leg to stretch. And then come back to a steady space. Take a fold, one more moment to just decompress your spine and exhale. And now bend your knees, lift your eyes, and inhale, rise on up. And if you want a back bend, you can take your knees bent, tail back, and that'll help you lift your heart. And one more deep breath in, stretch your body. And exhale, hands come back down. And maybe you want to give it another ankle over stroll. And just come to a place where you can really feel your mountain again. So no rush. So find your feet. Maybe lengthen the toes again, lengthen your heels. Soften your knees. And feel the length of your spine again, head to tail. And then a nice deep breath. Just allow your heart to open as if you melted your shoulders back. And then where would your hands really help you in this moment? And take another breath. Maybe reset on that intention and find a new one. What do you want to strengthen? What do you want to soften? And then if you have a word or a feeling, on this next breath, just breathe it in. Feel it in your muscles. If it's confidence, bring in confidence. If it's gentleness, bring in gentleness. And then exhale, let go of something that's in the way. And then when you're ready, inhale, we'll reach up and rise again. And exhale, dive. Let your heart fall open. Hands to shins or under the toes and flat back, extend, gorilla, breathe in. And then exhale, let it go. Bend the knees and step your left leg back this time. So we're just starting on the opposite side. And your front heel matters, alignment matters. So really move it until you feel like it's solid under your knee or in front. And then ground all of your toes and take a breath. Just feel the mat, feel your steadiness. Coming to warrior one, set the back foot in until the heel comes down. Feel the skin of that foot touch the mat. And then inhale and rise up when you're ready. So there's no rush. Now take a little time to reposition so you really feel grounded on the outer edge of your heel. So you can always move forward or out. Looks great. And then same as our low lunge, can you line up the knees in the midline of your toes? Your shoulders, can you let them melt back similar to mountain pose? And then here, if you want to make a teeny back bend today, you can take your tailbone out, the body behind, and that'll help your whole spine arc upwards. So it's just if you like the feeling. Tuck the chin a bit so that the back of the neck feels long. And then make it a celebration. Can you open your fingers? Can you strengthen your triceps? And allow yourself to soak in the way that it feels. When you stand in a strong posture, you get the emotional benefits of feeling strong inside. So take one more breath, just soaking in the power of your position. And then warrior two, we're gonna inhale, open up. And take your right heel in, toes all to the right. And as much time as you need to reposition. You want to line up that front knee closer to you, right on top of the ankle. Yes. And let's start again with grounding. Can you ground and lengthen your toes? You look great. Can you lengthen head to tail, feeling your core? And let's do that same melting of the shoulders back, where you open your heart, you feel spacious in front. And if it feels good, let your eye gaze go down your right arm so you can see your strength. I want you to see your body. Just start to trust it, that it is good and well made. So starting from the heels in your mind and coming all the way up your body, can you celebrate and can you incorporate the strength into your heart? One more deep breath, you are good. And then keeping the legs solid, if that still feels okay, we're gonna come to sun warrior. So your right arm lifts up and left arm down. Soft knees, just make sure your left knee has softness. And then your heart, really let it shine. How would that feel? Great. Left arm can do whatever you want, whether you want to touch, you can wrap. And one more deep breath, energy up to the right fingers. And then inhale, lift up and straighten your legs. So a little triangle here. I like to bring my feet closer just because of how my proportions are, so you can. The goal is to have soft knees and that you can tilt your hips back and you still feel like you're balanced. Yeah. And then arms reach to the right and you can tilt down. Fantastic. So allow yourself to settle in for a moment. Roll your shoulders back. Lengthen head to tail. And bring your mind into the inside of your right hip. Just notice it. And then staying from that right hip, can you take it back towards your left heel? So that's going to increase the stretch of it. And then see if you can keep your hips there and try to lengthen your head away from them. It's a lot of core work once you get it. All right, top arm, let it wrap behind you. And then add a little compassion. So maybe that feels like a very gentle touch of your hand, or maybe it's more of like a strong feel where you hug your thigh. And then where within your body or your life do you need a little bit of compassion and care? And then take a few breaths and really invite that in to be touched, like a warm compress. Just place it on that part of you and let yourself be held. And then when you're ready, let your left arm inhale up. And exhale down to your low lunge. So just soft and slow, lift the back heel, bend your knees, and back to downward dog or child's pose. And you can even pedal it out a little bit, whatever is gonna feel good. Give yourself a moment to reset. Now that you're a little more aware of your body, I also want you to notice what feels different because you worked half of your size. So just celebrate how your strength work is actually changing your body. And then take one more deep breath. Just playful, grateful, and present. And if you want to flow through plank again, we'll inhale forward. Kneeling or lifted. Find the strength in the shoulders and abs. And then exhale halfway or all the way. Let your body pick. And then inhale up. So baby cobra again or up dog. And then exhale back to your downward dog when you're ready. And now take 2 cleansing breaths. So what would that feel like for your body? Great job. Gently bend the knees, take a breath in. Exhale. Oh, we'll lift our left leg. Almost forgot that. Let's lift it up if you want. Don't want to leave uneven. So strong hands, soft knees, and again we're going to tilt our hips towards the mat. And then take one more powerful breath through your left leg. And exhale, left knee to your heart. And then ground the foot when you're ready. And take a moment for that grounding. Can you lengthen your toes? Celebrate the sturdiness of your mat. And then back foot. When you're ready, you can bring it in, heel comes down. Wait till you really feel the heel. And then rise on that. And take some time, reposition. Find where you feel steady. And a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your toes. Allow yourself that moment of stillness where you're just thinking about touching the ground. And then let your awareness come up. So into your knees, can you line them up with the midline of your toes? And then do you want a little back bend? Tailbone, you can come out of your body and back, and then your heart would be able to lift. And just notice the back of the neck, the chin a bit, to get that lift all the way through. And now celebrate. Feel the power in your feet, let it rise into the heart and up into the hands. So where in your life or body have you longed to feel a little more powerful, strong, celebratory? Maybe bring that to mind and then soak it in as you hold this pose to change your experience of it. One more breath. You are strong. And then inhale, gently rise, and we'll open up. So warrior 2, no rush again. So toes over to your left, bend the left knee, and arms out. So start with the toes and lengthen them again, just if they feel like they're a little bit tight and grippy. And then your heels, same thing, you kind of lengthen them down. Knees lined up with the toes. And then find the power in your spine, so head to tail. See if you can add that length for you. And then just melt the shoulders back to feel open. And if you can, gaze down your left arm. See the grace and strength in your body. And maybe you want to physically add a body scan here. Is there something tight that doesn't have to be? It might be your jaw, your neck, your face, or even just your mind. And then once you've found that, see if you can breathe a little air and room into your body. Notice how you can be strong and yet soft. And one more breath, just changing our relationship to our strength. And then sun warrior. Back arm rests and inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, let your hips really sink in. If you do want more strength work, if you want less, you kind of rise on up. Yes, fantastic. And then see if your shoulders can sweep behind. Your neck can lengthen from the back side. And how is your breathing? Maybe come back to that very first moment of class, where you breathe deep and you notice the enjoyment in the exhale. So one more deep breath, just present to your experience. And then inhale and come on up, straighten your legs. And we'll find triangle. So if you also like to be a little bit closer with your feet, go ahead. Soft knees, hips back to the right, arms to the left, and then tilt down. Roll your shoulders back. Name triangle because it's all about straight lines. So see if you can soften your knees, but at the same time take your hips back to your right, so that'll straighten them out. And then same with your back. So take your shoulder blades into the back, and at the same time try to lengthen head to tail to straighten out the curve. Good, great. And then your top arm, let it wrap. Let it either rest gently or hug strongly. And how is your breath? In this moment, use it to comfort and to calm and to relax. Just thankful for your very body and all that it's done so far. And then one more deep breath here. Make it yours, let it feel good. As you're ready, let your right arm rise up. And then down to the mat. So back heel lifts, knees bend, step forward, and come to your fold. And this time, if you like, you could hug your elbows and just shake around. Have a new stretch in the spine, letting the shoulders just unwind. And take another breath. And then gently bend the knees and lift the eyes. And inhale, rise up. And what do you want? Straight, back bent. Soften your knees and find your pose. And then exhale, hands will come back down. You can kind of wrap them around. We'll find our mountain pose one more time. So take the time you need. Find your feet. Open your heart. Lengthen, head up, tail down. And then just take a breath to stand in your posture. How do you feel different now than when you were first mountain? And then think about your intention and maybe reset your focus on it, breathing in and letting go on the out. And then this last round, inhale, rise up. So now with your intention, can you rise up with it? So what is it that you want this to feel like? And then exhale, dive with that intention. Hands to shins or under the toes, and breathe it in again. Make this pose feel like your intention. And then exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, step your right leg back once again. So now you're in your low lunge here. And starting to loosen up the body a little bit more. You can drop your back right knee and then toes down. And you can feel your softening here. So if you want, we're going to start with strengthening the left 5 toes. So kind of strengthen and wrap them out. And you can rise up. So that's optional. You can also hold on to the thigh or the ground or block. And then take a few deep breaths. And I want you to notice your low back, and can you add a little space and kind of let it drop out on the body. Chin tucked, one more breath in. And then exhale, take your hands down. Tilt your hips back, toes up in front, and add a little wiggle to stretch your hamstring. And take one calming breath. So can you soften a part of your body? Now tuck the back toes and just find yourself back to downward dog, no rush. Maybe child's pose, maybe a little pedaling. And strengthen your hands. And now relax your head and neck towards the ground. So if you want a vinyasa floated plank, we'll do that one more time. So inhale forward. And then exhale halfway or all the way. And inhale, rise up to the pose your body asks for. And exhale back. And take a nice deep breath. Thankful for this very body. in all that it's done. Now soft knees, and if you like that leg lift, we're going to take the right leg up into the air. And now this time flex your foot, bend your knee, and let it cross your body. So take your heel to your left. So you're just getting a nice open hip. And it takes a lot of strength, so I want you to think into your hands, press them, and then your shoulders, square them. And one more breath, thankful for all you're doing. And then exhale, take your knee into the heart. And this time we're going to come into pigeon. So you can just lay that leg onto the ground. Tap your right leg. Yep. So you can kind of sit to your right butt if that helps you get there and bend both knees. Or if you like, take your left leg back. To make it a little bit softer, you take your heel towards you, a little bit stronger, you kind of flex your foot and bring it up. So let's notice how we feel. Inhale, can you lengthen your heart up, back of the neck long, chin tucked. And then your knee in the back. Exhale, can you kind of wiggle it back if you want a little more space. One more deep breath, just feeling the body. And then if you want to extend your pigeon, you can just walk on down. So arms long, or maybe make a pillow for your head. And take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to relax. So as you breathe, I want you to come back to those first moments of class. And see if you can breathe so much you feel your low back stretch as your belly expands. And then you exhale and you feel your whole body relax as you empty your breath out. And take about 2 or 3 more breaths. How can you make this feel great? Maybe you want to rock. Maybe you want to kind of guide the back leg back even more. And then when you're ready, gently use your hands to walk it up. You can kind of shimmy the shoulders back and take one more deep breath, just lengthening. Maybe you notice you're softer now. And then when you're ready for downward dog, we'll just tuck the back toes, get yourself ready. Use your arms, lift your hips, and then come on back. So child's pose or downward dog, let your body pick. And then pedal the feet out. Now come to a solid stop. And find your hands and press them down. And then soften your heart and lengthen your neck. Soften your knees and take a powerful breath up through the tailbone. And if you want to switch sides with that one leg lift, we're going to lift the left leg up, so we're in 3-legged dog. And then bend your knee, flex your foot, and press it to your right side. So it's a big opening of the hip. Strong hands. Breathe with power up to the knee in the sky. And take 2 more breaths. You got this. What does your body need to hear from you? That you're listening, you're paying attention, you're strong. On an inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, knee to nose. And when you're ready, you'll find pigeon. So just lay the outside of your left butt on the mat. And then you can bend your back knee if it helps you get situated. You can stay bent or straighten the right leg. Find where you want the left foot, soft or strong. And now center your hips and shoulders to the short edge of the mat. And inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. Stay, but exhale your tailbone down. And maybe even wiggle your back leg back to open the hip. One more deep breath up. Just feel the body. And then as you exhale, walk yourself forward and allow yourself to be held. So move your arms to a place that really helps support your body. With each inhale, fill your lungs to stretch your back and open your hips. And each exhale, empty your lungs to calm your nervous system all the way down to the hips. And maybe what in your life have you been longing to feel like you're held and supported? Bring that to mind and allow yourself to add the physical feeling of right now being held and supported. Take 2 or 3 more breaths, just letting the pose come into the body and nourish you. When you're ready, very gently use your hands to walk yourself up. And this time a little bit different, we're going to just bring our knees to kneeling so we can switch to the other side for our kneeling lunge. So now take your right leg forward, guide your left knee back to wherever you want it to be. And then make a solid base with your right heel. Yes, you look great. And guide your left knee back to where it feels good. And now really press your toes down on the right side. If you enjoyed rising up and you want to again, you can soften your hands and then inhale, lift the arms if that's there for you. And now what does your body need to hear? Grateful that it's speaking to you and you're listening. Just take another breath in that relationship. And then when you're ready, arms can come on down. And use your hands. This time we're going to come to sit. So just sweep your back leg in and you'll be able to sit. It doesn't have to be graceful. You can get there however you want. I'll take a little drink.
As in flop. I did it.
Okay. So now with the left leg in a little bit closer to your body, you'll just kind of tuck it in. And then the right leg, you can have it either touch your shin or you could cross over your knee for a little bit deeper twist. Use your hands and walk your sit bones back. Yeah. And then start with your hands behind, and that's just a great way to give a little bit of a heart opener. You can roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, and take a deep breath. Relax down into the base. Tuck your chin and lengthen up through the crown. And then gently add your twist. So your left arm is going to cross the right knee. So if that's not great, just hug around the knee. If you want, you can cross it completely. And your hand can be up in the air, or you could add a little touch of your hand to your heart. Relax your shoulders back and see how tall you can feel. On the inhale, see if you can add height. And the exhale, see if your belly can come in and you can add a little depth. And just do that a few more times. Really, belly coming in will massage your inner organs and nourish your body. And very gently come on out of it. So if you want to lengthen the IT band one more time, we're going to take the outside of your right foot in your left hand. So you're just kind of holding it in front. And then your back hand, use it like a spine, let it support you. And you can inhale, lift this leg out. And if you do that, kind of take a look at your foot and try to guide your toes into the alignment with your knee. It's not always easy. And then if you want to twist, you'll just take your eyes away from your foot. And you can even lift the back arm if you want to balance. And take a few more deep breaths. Let it go all the way up, all the way down. Soft jaw, soft chest. And one more deep breath here. And exhale, bring everything back down. Great job. All right, so we're going to switch. Just take your feet front, maybe give a little rock. And massage your butt on the sides. And then when you're ready, you'll take your right leg and kind of hug it in towards your body. And then the left leg foot will touch your shin or cross your knee. And use your hands to really walk your sit bones back so you can tilt on the pelvis. Yeah. So hands behind, take a nice opening in your heart. And heart openers really lift our mood. So just allow it to come in and to be soaked in by the body. And one more deep breath. What are you grateful for? Let it rise up. And then gently sit on your sit bones, and we'll take the right arm around the left knee now. And your back hand, you can kind of use it to lift your heart up. And if you want, your elbow can come to the outside of your knee. And you can even touch your hand to your heart. And what could you expand? Could you open your chest? Could you lift through the back? Allow yourself to feel wide, present, proud, and a very calm and humbling way. And then use your exhales for these next 2 breaths. Really focus on the out breath, the hug. And then slowly come out of it. And if you want the IT band stretch, we're going to change it. If not, you just stay with your twist. And so we'll take the outside of our left foot and lift it up. And then take your eyes and use that to guide your toes and lunge. Now your low back, pretend you have a soft hand just pushing it forward and to kind of sit forward on the pelvis. And then to add the twist, I gaze back. And maybe lift your back arm. And add that same body scan where you just ask, what could I expand? What could I lift and open to feel freer? And one more deep breath. And then gently come on out of it. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to roll on back to the mat. So just make sure you have enough room to face either direction. And then once you're there, we're going to use our core to roll down. So if you'd rather just lay down, go ahead and lay down. But if you want a little boat pose, find your sit bones first. That's always a good place to start. And then knees in line with toes and hips. Roll the shoulders back and take the arms out. So a nice deep breath, just open to whatever your body is willing to offer. Inhale. And then exhale, roll your tailbone now under you. So we only do this when we're rounding the whole back, so it's okay right now. And then come down just to the place where you feel like your core is getting a really nice workout. So belly is scooping in and your breath is in your back. If you want, you can play with lifting a leg or just some of your heels. Or maybe the other leg. Or if you want the full boat, go for it. Legs up. And you can even kind of curve out the body. Yes. And then take 1 or 2 more deep breaths, feeling the strength, the power, and the energy in your body. And then gently lay on down. You did great. Reach overhead, point your toes, let your back lift, get a big stretch. And then hug one knee into the heart and roll your ankle. Thank your foot and your leg for all that it's done. Your body is good and caring. Now lift that heel up into the air, hug a little bit closer, and roll again. Now soften your hands, soften your face, and see if you can even soften your knees and hips. And take 2 deep breaths where all you do is focus on softening and sinking. Half happy baby, take that knee, bend it outside the ribs, and hold on the inside or outside of the foot. And then your other hand, just glide it down your thigh or your pelvis, and just hold your hips open. Take a nice deep breath. And then gently put that foot against the other leg, so you're in reclined tree. Take your knee out to the side. So here, if you like, you can bring your arms overhead again. So lifting and popping your belly off the mat, and feel a nice stretch. And now exhale and just let yourself soften. Can you melt your muscles and your effort? And then we'll gently switch sides. So bring the other knee in, hug it. You can even lift your head for a moment if you feel like you're back. Kind of get out of alignment and then lay it back down. Roll your ankle. Allow yourself to feel that opening and thank your body for all that it's done. And then lift your heel up, hold behind, another big ankle roll. And now come to a steady space and let yourself exhale and melt into your mat. Can you relax a little bit of effort? One more breath. Half happy baby. Just bend your knee outside your ribs. Hold on to the inside and outside of the foot. Slide your opposite hand down your thigh to hold it open. And take a few deep breaths. Grateful for your hips and your body and all that they've done. And then gently put the palm of your foot against your other leg, let your knee drop open. And if you want arms, reach up again. So you can feel how you're opening all the way down with your hips by that simple reach. One more deep breath. Take your arms out to the sides. And then bend your knees so that they're both on top of each other, so you're in a twist. So you're just kind of taking your knees over to whatever side you're on. And then your eyes away from your knees. And with each breath, have your belly button into the spine. And then we'll switch. So your knees come up and they go over to the other side. And then your eyes away from your knees. And as big of breaths as you can muster to massage and relax your belly. And then gently come back to center. Have a little bit of a hug. So hook your knees, lift your head and tail, and then lay your spine back down. Take your feet to the mat and let your knees rock in, so that'll support your low back. And for a moment, place your hands, one deep on the belly and one high on the belly. See if you can find your heartbeat and your breath, or just your warmth beneath your fingers. And I want you to take 2 breaths and just be grateful for your body and how it's been caring for you. Now, if this is not your most comfortable position, go ahead and find a relaxing space. You can even take your thumbs and turn them out to tuck your shoulder blades, hands maybe go back on top of the body or stay open. And I want you to take a breath and just allow yourself to melt. And using our awareness, start with the sounds that you hear. I want you to just notice every single sound, and as soon as you're aware of it, can you just allow it to let go? And then come back into your body and feel your breath, the way that it's rising and falling. And giving ourselves this treat of awareness. Find next any sensation. So that's any texture that you feel against your skin, any temperature, taste, smell, lights and darks. And as soon as you're aware of something new, practice letting it go. Nothing works you up or causes a reaction. You get to respond with calm awareness. Then come back into your breathing and allow yourself to feel the rise and fall again. And then we'll come inside the body, so notice the forehead, take a nice deep breath. And then let it relax, softening all through the eyes. And then notice your cheeks and jaw, take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, smooth the muscles in the face. Inhale, notice your head. And as you exhale, let it sink back so your neck can relax. And breathe in. And as you exhale, let your shoulders melt and feel your heart expand and be gentle. And then your arms and hands, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let them be heavy and yet soft. And then notice your whole mid-body and back. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your torso melt so your belly and back feel free. And then down into the hips and the glutes. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, let your butt ground and your hips spread and relax. And then down through the legs and feet. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let them relax and soften open. Notice your breath again. Notice the way without your effort, it is rising and falling. It is keeping you alive and calling you worthy over and over. So for the next few moments, as soon as a sensation or a sound or a thought or a feeling comes into your awareness, I want you to practice letting it go And then bring your mind to your breath. Over and over, trusting that this is creating a calmer, more responsive version of you. Again, notice what you're thinking about, or if your awareness wandered down any paths, and bring it back to your breath. Just letting go of whatever it is your mind held on to. And then very gently, just soak in how you feel. You don't have to change your body yet, but I want you to feel softer or calmer. And take another breath and just practice gratitude for something that your practice created. And then stay in that gratitude. Notice your fingers and toes and start to move them, touching your palms, wiggling. And just be grateful for these very hands and feet and all that they do for your life. And then your wrists and your ankles rolling around. Maybe add a little movement. And what would you like next? Maybe you want to hug the knees and rock. Maybe you want to reach again. Maybe you want to open. Your body is wise. Follow its cue. In your own time, roll to one side. There's no rush. Let your body get there. And cradle your head in your arms. And then I want you to exhale and allow the ground to hold you. It's got you. And just feel how you're held. This ground is holding you up. Your belly and your heart is constantly breathing and sustaining your life. You are held. So take one more breath and just be. And then use your top arm to press and sit up nice and tall. And take your time to find your posture. And then we'll finish all together. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, namaste. So thank you so much. You did awesome.